It's mid-January, viewers, and once again, we are consistently inconsistent. Sheffield Wednesday standing our way today. Is it going to be a win, loss, or draw?
Can you hear the sound?
However, first thing is first, and we have two new signings at the club, and one of them is Scott Carson. You may remember from a few episodes ago, I said we thought we were going to bring him on an emergency loan deal for the month. We didn't. It came in January. He's here for the month on £6,750 a week. Just whatever, because it wasn't what we needed him for. He's no good, and he retires at the end of the season. We had played him in one game, and he conceded 2 goals. Brilliant start to his Salford career. He won't be featuring much. And coming from Derry City, welcome Owen Toll. He signed on a free transfer. I think he looks a decent player, potentially a very good player as well. 23 years of age, has signed a £1,400 a week deal on a 2.5-year contract. I think at the age of 23, looking at him physically, mentally, and technically, looks pretty decent. I think he'll certainly be able to do a job for us as a backup. An area that we have been lacking in is the defence in a way when we've had sort of one player down. We've not really had anyone else to step up to the mark because they've been going to full-back or they've been moved into the midfield. So I think Owen will be able to come in and do a job for us. 2.5-star player, potential to be 3.5-star. Already worth 30 to £650,000. Bit of a wide range. I'd like to think he's at that higher end though. And one man who has left the club is Marcelo Mele. We've got £52,000 for him. I can't really whinge at that. His contract was going to be up in the summer. He didn't want to stay. He's 30 years of age, barely played for us in the back end of the first half of this season, I should say. Yeah, 52 grand's 52 grand. We've got his wages off the wage bill early as well. Happy to see him go. Well, I'm sad to see him go because I thought as one of our first signings here, he was very good for us. But this season, I think the step up hasn't really suited him. As I said in the intro then, we have been consistently inconsistent. So after that Derby demolition yesterday, we then followed that up with a 2-1 loss at home to Gillingham, where we were 2-0 down and Josh McSpade scored a consolation in the 63rd minute. And then just before Christmas, we won 3-0 away from home as we travelled to Cheltenham, with goals coming from Dale Taylor in the first minute, Finlay Burns in the 10th, and Nathan Holland getting another goal for us in the second half. And then the last game before Christmas, we lost 1-0 away from home against Doncaster, with Omar Bogle scoring in the 34th minute for them. Since then, we have remained unbeaten in the league. However, we've only won 1 game out of the next 3, and that win came in a 5-1 demolition of Crewe Alexandria. We were 10-0 up. Well, we were 2-0 up after 10 minutes. Imagine if we were 10-0 up after 2 minutes. But goals came from Sean McLaughlin, Jerome Sinclair, Josh Morris, Josh McPake, and Nathan Holland once again. Then we had a long trip to Plymouth where we drew 1-1 with Nathan Holland scoring his 3rd goal in as many games for us in the 34th minute to draw us back on level terms after we went 1-0 down to 4 minutes, and that is how it remained. And then at home, Ricky J. Jones was once again a thorn in our side in a really disappointing collapse in a game that we should have seen out comfortably. We were 2-0 up against Peterborough from a Dale Taylor brace, but Ricky J. Jones once again caused an absolute nuisance for us in Scott Carson's debut, and we drew 2-2. Very, very disappointed we didn't go on to bag the 3 points. But in the FA Cup, it has got better for us. We are now through to the 4th round where we play Brighton at home after a 3-0 win against Carlisle. We're 1-0 up through an own goal. Holland once again scoring and Jerome Sinclair. So we go into today's game then 5th in the table with a game in hand on a few teams above us, but we can only move on to 51 points. Sheffield Wednesday are currently sitting in 10th, so they could move into the playoffs with a win, so there is a lot to play for today, but ideally we want to be winning, obviously, so we can pick up the points and move away from them. So let's go have a look at the starting 11 for this game against Sheffield Wednesday. And here is the starting 11 then. Another area we are struggling in is the right back area, but we start with Will Norris in goal, Teray at left back, McLaughlin and Burns in the centre with Will Nightingale stepping in at right back, Lavia in the defensive midfield, McPake moving into central midfield alongside Slater, Josh Morris on the right, Nathan Holland on the left, and Jerome Sinclair up top. We are looking at Nathan Holland to carry on that decent bit of form he is in at the moment and hopefully can bag us a few more goals. 16 goals up top for Jerome Sinclair though gives me confidence that there are a few goals kicking about already in this team. Here we go then, kickoff is here and we are looking for a victory at home once again. Deep free kick from Barry Bannon. Oh, and he's tested Will Norris there in a good area. Thankfully he turns it out for a corner which Barry Bannon will take once again. Inside 5 minutes here, McLaughlin heads it away comfortably, goes out for a throw, and that is the end of the highlight. Good effort from Barry Bannon there, could have caught Norris out, thankfully he didn't, and it just shows the dangers of this Sheffield Wednesday team. Bristow with a throw in deep in, well, lightly in Sheffield Wednesday's half, very attacking, which Brown's got through, and he rattles the bar from nothing really, works his way through our defence very, very easily there, but we have now got a corner into Morris. Oh, we are dangerous from corners, comes back to Morris after being headed away. McLaughlin into Slater, edge of the area, gives it to McLaughlin again. We're working it back, but Slater looks to play it forward. He doesn't though, gives it back to Burns. He finds a way forward with Morris. Look how many men are back in that Sheffield Wednesday area. Lavia, intimate pick. Holland through to Sinclair, and there's Jerome Sinclair, his 17th of the season. Nathan Holland involved in the goal once again. He gets an assist, and as we said before the game, Jerome Sinclair has got plenty of goals this season, and he's got another one to his name as well. Very, very patient in the build-up play there. Lovely ball by Holland on his right foot into Sinclair's right foot, past the goalkeeper. Well, our first real opportunity of the game inside 20 minutes, and we are 1-0 up. And against the run of play, in my opinion, but it doesn't matter. We are winning, and that is all that counts. If we can see this through to half-time, this will be a very, very good result going into the next 45. We're currently up to 4th in the table, where we'll be 4 points off Oxford, who would be occupying 2nd place. Lavia back to Norris. Burns in the middle, finds Lavia. McLaughlin at centre-back, looking to bring it forward and does. McPake, good ball through to Sinclair. He chests it down. Oh, and he looks for his second, and this time it is turned away for a corner with 2 minutes of additional time in this first half. Can we break the deadlock? Morris, oh, into McLaughlin. Well, we broke the deadlock, haven't we? Can we break it once again? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. It doesn't. But we have looked good in the second half of that first half. Bit shaky to start with, but we got our rhythm going. And fingers crossed, it needs to happen again in the second half. We've told the boys we can find another gear, and that is what I said. It is something we need to happen in this second half. We are going to drop some encouragement on the boys as well. We may look at making a change fairly early just to freshen things up a little bit. We are short of numbers at the moment, which does worry me, which is highlighted with McPake in the middle and Nightingale at right back. So that's something we are going to have to keep our eye on as January is now here. With 15 minutes remaining, we've not seen anything in this second half. So we will make the changes. McPake can come off. Move Josh Morris into the middle. We'll bring Thomas Asante onto that right-hand side. And up top as well, we'll give Otte a go as well. We'll bring Sinclair off. Double sub. Weird double sub, I think, but one that I think might just catch Sheffield Wednesday out a little bit. They're not the most technically gifted players, but they'll certainly be able to do a job for us. Otte has stepped up twice this season with a goal, and Thomas Asante is quite a crucial player off the bench. Morris, looking to get somebody in. And Nightingale heads it back from outside the area, which Dawson collects to his chest with 6 minutes of this game remaining. Launching it down, it's headed away, but gives it to Scully on this right-hand side. What will he do? Gets a ball deep across our goal. And Norris has made a mess of it. And Lavia clears it. We are very, very lucky. We've held on by our fingertips there that hasn't gone in. Will Norris will be breathing a sigh of relief after that. And we win 1-0. Not the most exciting game of football then, viewers, but it's a game that we worked hard in and won 1-0 and drew and ground out the result that we wanted. Not the best second half with just the 1 or 2 highlights, but sure enough, it is 3 points on the board. Outstretch the arms, tell the boys very well done. All well received once again, as usual, and confidence will be sky high in the camp this evening. We'll leave it there for today, viewers, and what we'll do is we'll come back for the big game in the FA Cup 4th round as we take on Brighton, and we could potentially move into the 5th round. Where are Brighton in the moment? Brighton are in the bottom 3 of the Premier League, so there could be an upset there. We'll have to wait and see what tomorrow brings, but certainly an upset could be on the cards. But if you have enjoyed that, viewers, please don't forget to smash that like button for me, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again for more next time.